Good day and welcome to the Monday edition of Sport Rep. I am your host Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, dropping the latest sport news stories and weekend review. This weekend, the country was graced with the presence of Caf President Patrice Motsepe and Caf General Election, which also took place in Windhoek. Premier League rugby and school sports was also at the center of attraction. Sport Rep has you covered. And now for your latest on the hit list. Attempts to have Namibian football resurrected have been bolstered after the Caf Confederations of African Football President Patrice Motsepe's visit to Namibia. President Patrice Motsepe has urged football administrators in Namibia to unite for the sake of football in the country. The Caf president, who was addressing members of the Namibian football during a closed-door meeting, reminded those in attendance no one is bigger than football. The meeting, which marked the first time the Namibia Premier Football League and the expelled Namibia Premier League sat at the same table, is said to have signaled light at the end of the tunnel for the beautiful game. Sport Rep understands that the FIFA Normalization Committee instructed the two leagues to form a committee of 8 members, which will then come up with a roadmap to restart football under one major league. Sources also allege that the Caf president has requested the members to start football by September. It is understood that Motsepe informed those in attendance that Namibia and Botswana's bid to host the Africa Cup of Nations can only be bolstered if there is an active league in the country. The Commerce Netball Regional Chairperson Dimitri Bitler has heaped praise on the netball teams that have continued showing up at games. The Super 10 First Division and the Second Division matches took place at the Wanderers Sport Field in Windhoek over the weekend. It is always something special that one has to applaud the way teams have committed themselves towards the game. It is not easy for the players and teams due to the fact that they are showing up and playing fine netball is impressive, Bitler said. The MTC Netball Namibia Premier League also produced top results at the weekend, and that is how the tables looks like. And as you can see there, Sodonjupa Netball beating Mighty Gunners beating Sodonjupa Netball 44. That is 57-44, while Afrocat Lions lost to Tigers, that is 38-47. As well as Northern Flyballers. And if you look at the top half of the table there, Mighty Gunners have a commanding lead there of 22 points. Not that it is so far away, but it is indeed a lead that they need to protect. The weekend drop is up next with the latest weekend results and review. The FNB Wanderers White Stallions on Saturday overpowered the FNB Rehoboth Rugby Club with 49 points to 24 in the only Premier League game of the weekend on their home turf in Pioneers Park to pass FNB Kudus for the first position. Kudus led the log race for the Premier League title for a while with 19 points, but the host, commanding 7 tries scoreline, ensured them 2 bonus points to soar past Kudus, leading with 3 points. Wanderers scored 6 tries in the first half, which were converted by fly half Andre van den Berg to lead at halftime with 42 points to 9. Fly half Geraldo Bierkes slotted 3 penalty kicks for the Red Bulls Wanderers, 2 to beat Rehoboth Rugby Club 2 with 28-14. Donville Lebreki 2 and El Marico Bierkes scored the home team's Wanderers as Wanderers emerged victorious with a 22-5 win over that's a real ball. The number 5 lock Griselda Kwakwase scored a try for the losing team. Wanderers got their points from Chandra Yankees 2 tries and Ida Vasahi 1, while Lizzie Texas secured a penalty try for 7 points. In women's rugby, Wanderers emerged victorious with 22-5 win over Rehoboth. The number 5 lock Griselda Kwakwase scored a try for the losing team as well. They got their score through a penalty try with 7 points. Our reporter Tilman van Lille had this footage for us.
Okay, the game between FNB Wanderers and FNB Rehoboth is something of the past. Wanderers won the match with 49 points to 24, and with that earning 2 bonus points, gaining 6 points from 16 to 22, shifting in the first place above Kudus of Walvis Bay. Dirk, this wasn't that easy. It seems to be that easy, but it wasn't.
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, we are very satisfied with the win. I think the boys showed some character with 2 yellow cards and 1 red card. I think the red card was unfortunate. We will have to fight that one, but I believe character brought this one through. I think we had a lead of 42-9 half time, so the Rehoboth, all credit them for coming back.
Yeah, they played more rugby in the second half, or did you guys just at the win and was just defending the score?
Well, I don't think we're ever relaxed and tried to defend the score. We're always trying to gain. But like I said, all credit to them. They fought back and they disrupted us on the rucks. And they obviously played the quick taps and like to play the loose game. And they broke our structure. But
okay, Dirk, your next opposition will be, who will that be?
I think we're playing next Kudus. We're 3 weeks off now. Then we're going into a hot battle with Kudus. I think they're the next job. So we'll have a look at this weekend and focus on the next thing.
Okay. Dirk, thank you very much and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Gerard Mans Jr. and Courtney Liebenberg were in a class of their own at the Hollard Gravel and Dead Eagle Ride and Run that took place at the Oshua Safari Lodge. The 10th edition that took place on Saturday was dedicated to the late Gerard Mans. Mans, who participated in the race from 2010 until 2021 and won first place on occasions, was celebrated by the cycling fraternity. Gerard Mans Jr. won the race in a time of 2 hours, 24 minutes and 7 seconds, while Ingram Kraft came in second place in a time of 2 hours, 24 minutes and 32 seconds, while Brando Plachis took third place in a time of 2 hours, 26 minutes and 23 seconds. Liebenberg clocked 2 hours, 43 minutes and 13 seconds in the women's 80 kilometers category, with Andre Krugel not far behind. Jean Hunes took third place respectively. We have footage dedicated to and in honor of that is the late Mans. Enjoy.
Trying to remember who it looks like. Gerard Mans, I can see the shape of the body. Well done, Gerard, well done. Proud moment And next
Okay, since it was an 80-kilometer race, it definitely wasn't easy. But at the end, we saw you pull away there, and you got the win. I'm sure it has sentimental value to you. Just tell us, please, what this win means for you.
Yes, for sure. This is my first Achieva race without my father. Every single one I raced before, he was always here, always rode himself. So yeah, it's very special to, in honor of him, yeah, to take the win today. Yeah, it's very special.
Okay, awesome. You've heard it from the man himself. And yeah, with that, he took the first place. You guys should stay tuned for what we have.
May his soul rest in peace. Trickers the Machine Coutier is the 361 MTB Challenge solo champion for the 2022 after he covered 361 kilometers from and back to the Oudtshoorn on Saturday morning within 13 hours, 17 minutes and 50 seconds at an average speed of that is 27.15 kilometers per hour for a new record shaft. Coutier improves on the Swiss Connie loses record time of 13 hours, 26 minutes and that is 14 seconds, which he set last year. Coutier's 13 hours, 26 minutes, 17 seconds was then beaten by loser and Christian Janse van Rensburg, also in 13 hours, 26 minutes, and that is 17 seconds. In the sprint to the finish line, the solo women's division was snapped by Yolanda de Villiers with 16 hours, 18 minutes and 10 seconds, while Amal Collen finished in a time of 18 hours, 41 minutes and 8 seconds. The second finish was by Bianca Cooper, who came in a time of that is 19 hours, 3 minutes and 21 seconds, and that was in third. De Villiers also dominated the solo division last year with a new road record of 15 hours, 11 minutes and 22 seconds. Host Windhoek Gymnasium got the better of Windhoek High School in almost all the main sport codes in the 6th annual inter-high between these two rivals. 5 days of good-spirited competition were concluded with the under-19 rugby team clash at a fully packed Lions Den Stadium on Saturday night, a highly entertaining match-up which the Windhoek Gymnasium Lions won 25-17. The Windhoek Kudus took the lead twice in the match, 9-8 in the first half and 17-15 in the second half, but it was the team in red and black that capitalized on two disastrous handing mistakes that each gifted them a decisive try. We have highlights created for you. Enjoy.
I'm coaching with Johan Teron Tennis School. It is a great honor to see the kids I've been working with playing for the inter-high schools. In the past 10 years, I've seen them from under 10 until now, and I look forward to them going places in this game of tennis. Thank you.
Yes, I'm a tennis player for Winter Gymnasium at the Inter-High, and I'm the #1 seeded player for the girls.
So what was the best part about the inter-high tennis this year?
Winning, because I don't like losing.
What challenges did you face?
None.
What would you want to improve for next year's game?
I would like to have more people playing so that we have more fun.
And what is the best part about the inter-high?
All of the spirit and the social between the two schools.
Why do you think that you are the best player?
I think because I've been playing for a very long time and I work hard to be the best.
So what advice can you give to future tennis players or maybe learners that are planning on coming to your school that want to play tennis?
To always work hard and follow your dreams.
I'm a VIS learner and I play tennis for Inter-High today.
So Janine, what was the best part about playing tennis for Inter-High this year?
Definitely the interaction between the two schools, because I think there's this image of us being enemies, but it's nice once in a while just to laugh and play and enjoy yourself.
So you would say it wasn't much competition, it was just fun?
Yeah, I think it was more fun than competition, because at the end of the day we play tennis to have fun. Most of us at least.
What are some of the challenges that you faced?
Some of the challenges, I would say Alzai, she's a really good player. Some has some really good tennis players, but I think us playing against them makes us better as well. So challenges weren't too hard, but they won unfortunately.
What would you want to improve for next year's tennis game for the Inter-High?
Well, I would definitely want some more tennis players at VIS because we lack a bit, and also maybe just improve some of my techniques like my serves and so on.
But all in all, what do you have to say about the tennis game and Inter-High as a whole?
It's really fun, just interacting with everyone, having fun, and for once not hating each other like the image is put on. So yeah, thank you.
I'm from Windhoek High School and we just played mixed the doubles for the Inter-High.
Okay, what did you enjoy most about the Inter-High tennis this year?
We really laughed a lot. It was not that competitive. It was more of like a social situation, so it was very fun.
What were some of the challenges that you faced?
You know, today I didn't play well. My volleys didn't work that well, so yeah, I kind of messed up a little, so it's that.
What do you plan on improving on for next year's tennis Inter-High?
Most definitely my volleys. They made us lose a little today. So.
Do you have any advice overall to anyone that plans on playing tennis in the near future?
Just keep going. It's always fun. It's always something to look forward to. So.
Hallo julle, my naam is Zoe Bronkhorst. Ek's hier by die tennisbane. Ons het nou klaar interhoor gespeel. So ja.
What did you enjoy most about this year's game?
Beslis die mixed doubles en die doubles, meisies teen meisies.
Why is that?
Dit was nie regtig so erg soos al die ander jare nie. Ons het gelag en gesels en al daai goeders tussendeur.
What challenges did you face?
Beslis my serve. My serve het nie gewerk soos wat ek hom wou gehad het nie. So ja.
Always something beautiful to see scholars enjoying themselves in that fashion. They are the future stars of tomorrow after all. From one school sports event to another, parents who attended the Pioneers Park Primary School Sport Day over the weekend sang Parkies praises for a well-organized event. Several schools from Windhoek and other towns gathered in the capital for the prestigious day. Organizer Arona Oberholzer said the parents and everyone who attended the event gave positive feedback. We also have some footage compiled for you. Enjoy.
Of hierdie jaar is nog weer maar hoop. Dit kan begin. Hallo, my naam is Isak Burger. Ek is die kaptein van Parkies rugby-span. Ja, die game was moeilik, maar ons het daarom deurgemaak. Ons het laas jaar teen hulle gewen, maar hierdie jaar het ons gewen. Of hierdie jaar is nog weer maar ek hoop ons wen volgende keer.
I'm Manal Shit and I'm the referee. So far it's going very good, except they are hacking a lot. I think the count is 1-0. Parkies got 1 so far. And I hope Gim wins because I'm a Gimmie. Proud.
We will now go for a short break, and after the break it is Brian Munango with Spotify. Stay tuned.
Adam Tas is coming to Windhoek to help build a brighter future for education. Join us at the Sounds of Caring concert at Windhoek High School Vegkop on 20 and 21 May, where he will be performing with Von Arends and Rian Smith. Tickets cost $200 Namibian and are available via eticket.my.na. All proceeds go towards the African Child Development Trust.
Thank you very much, Jesse. Good day, viewers. My name is Brian Munango, and here on Spotify is where we focus on what the youth are busy with in sports. With that, let's take a look at what we had going on this weekend. The Parkies Sports Day was full of fun and excitement as students from Windhoek Private School, from Windhoek Gymnasium, Bergop, and from Pioneers Primary School participated in the different sports activities that we had going on. The Pioneers Park Primary School sports field hosted the event on Friday and on Saturday. Children aged from 8 to 14 participated in the sports, different sport codes such as soccer, rugby, netball, not to mention but a few. With that, do stay tuned for the highlight package.
Hi, my name is Kamu, the coach of the under 11 and 13 of the Parkies Primary School. Today our teams played very well, and the 13s drew 1 game, lost 1 game, and the 11s drew 1 game and won 1 game. The overall performance of the boys was very much impressive because we are trying to build a team which just started this year, and they are trying very hard to get there. As we know, sports or soccer at this school was very much not given attention, but since we took over last year, we are trying to build a team. So basically, overall performance, I'm very much impressed, and we are getting there.
I'm Manal Shit and I'm the referee. So far it's going very good, except they are hacking a lot. I think the count is 1-0. Parkies got 1 so far. And I hope Gim wins because I'm a Gimmie. Proud.
Must be stronger, guys! You say so, Monday. Well done. Keep going, Emmanuel. Keep going. Keep fighting, Emmanuel. Yes. Go pinches forward. Pulling 2 pinches. Yes, he won. Good. Pulling 2 pinches. Near pinches. You want to go there?
Hallo, my naam is Isak Burger. Ek is die kaptein van Parkies rugby-span. Ja, die game was moeilik, maar ons het daarom deurgemaak. Ons het laas jaar teen hulle gewen, maar hierdie jaar het ons gewen. Of hierdie jaar het ons nog weer maar ek hoop ons wen volgende keer.
Laat zelf afrusten voor de shelter, alsjeblieft. Niemand op de shelter, ladies and
Well, that was an eventful weekend we had going on indeed. We move over to the tennis factor, where we had French players dominating the awards at the ITF J5 Junior Tennis Tournament this weekend, while they won the singles and the doubles for both girls and for boys. Today is the first round of the ITF Under 18 J4 boys in the girls and boys tournament that kicked off at 9 in the morning at the Central Tennis Court here in Windhoek. Players from all over the world are here to compete with the likes of Egypt, France and Spain players, not to mention but a few that are here to take part in the tournament. The tournament is set to end on Saturday as we look forward to the excitement that will be happening. We got an interview with a few of the boys that are taking part in the tournament. Do stay tuned for the interview.
Hello, my name is Shane Tapera from Zimbabwe. I'm 18 years old and I'm currently playing the J4 ITF in Namibia, Windhoek. I played my first match today in the morning against Antonio from Angola, who is also based here in Windhoek, and I beat him 6-1, 6-love. I play my second singles match on Tuesday, which is going to be against Jovan Lube, which I'm hoping to win. Then if I win that one, I will be playing Leo Mai Tyson in the quarterfinals.
How did you prepare for the tournament?
We did a lot of local tournaments in our country, in Botswana. Yes.
And how are you finding the tournament so far? How are you finding your stay in Namibia so far?
I'm loving the place here, and I'm also loving the tennis. There's good tennis and good competition.
Hello, my name is Benedict Tinaibaza. I'm 16 years old, turning 17 this year. I'm from Zimbabwe, but I'm currently based in Cape Town. Here for a week so far, and I played my previous tournament here, grade 5. I made finals, I lost in finals, but it was a very great week and I was happy with my performance. And now as we're going into the second week, I've come back better and way more prepared, and I've come back to want to win the tournament. I've been preparing for almost 3 weeks, practicing 6 hours a day to come and play these tournaments, so I hope for the best.
Well, he is only competing on Thursday, on Wednesday, if I should say so. And yeah, that's it from Spotify. We do look forward to seeing you again on Thursday, same time, same place, as we bring an update of the sporting events that will be taking place during the weekend. Remember to also stay tuned to our social media pages, MyZone on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. With that, we move over to international news with Ariel Khat.
Adam Tas is coming to Windhoek to help build a brighter future for education. Join us at the Sounds of Caring concert at Windhoek High School Vekkop on 20 and 21 May, where he will be performing with Von Arends and Rian Smith. Tickets cost $200 Namibian and are available via eticket.my.na. All proceeds go towards the African Child Development Trust.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and it was a busy sport weekend, and one of them was the tennis, the Italian Open that took place in Rome, and the winners there, men's section was Novak Djokovic and Iga Swiatek in the women's section. Going back to the men's section, Novak Djokovic remained in the world number 1. That was after the world rankings, new world rankings was announced after the weekend's finals, and the one player that moves up one position is Stefanos Tsitsipas. He played in the final against Djokovic but lost by 2 sets, and and 2-0. He lost that final. Tsitsipas is now number 4 in the world, and he overtakes Rafael Nadal. That moves up to number 5 in the world. Other players to mention, maybe number 6 in the world is Carlos Alcaraz. He's number 9. He's just 19 years old, and he's already number 6 in the world. And also it is Daniel Medvedev that is still number 2 in the world rankings. On the women's side, it is Iga Swiatek that just cements her number 1 position. She's won the last 5 tournaments she's played in, like we talked about earlier, and Iga Swiatek won the Italian Open, beating Ons Jabeur. Ons Jabeur is now up to her highest ranking that she's ever been in her career. She's up to number 6 in the world. She's from Tunisia, and she was the first player from Tunisia and the first player from Africa to win a 1,100 tournament on the WTA Tour of the ladies or the women, and it is Ons Jabeur that is now number 6 in the world rankings. Moving on to cycling news, so with Monday being a resting day, Tuesday the 10th stage of the Giro d'Italia will be quite a tough one, and the overall leader still in the overall classification still in the Giro d'Italia is that Joan Pedro Lopez. He's from Spain, is the overall leader. The combined time for the first 9 stages is 37 hours 52 minutes and 1 second. Then just 12 seconds behind Lopez in second place is Joe Almeida. He is from Portugal, and then 14 seconds behind Lopez in third position in the overall classification is Romain Bardet. He is from France. So on Tuesday, the 10th stage will be quite a tough one. It will be 196 kilometers. It is described as quite hilly, but the first 100 kilometers will be flat, and then from 100 kilometers, the next 96 kilometers is going to be difficult. There's going to be 4 climbs in that 96 kilometers to the end, so it's going to be quite tough for all the riders, and the climbers will probably benefit from this stage. So that is the Giro d'Italia continuing on Tuesday. And now we continue with some golf news on international sports, and it is LIV, the Golf International Invitational Breakaway Golf League that will start on the 9th of June. Just in a few weeks' time, that will be in England, and some of the players that were already confirmed is Lee Westwood, Sergio Garcia, Phil Mickelson, and also Martin Kaymer. And it seems like 40 more players on the DP World Tour, that is the European Tour, have asked to be released to play in that tournament on the 9th of June. So lots of money that's been offered by the Saudi Arabian-backed league, and it is the first tournament will be total prize money of $25 million, and that is quite a lot of money, and the winner will receive $4 million to be first, and just 48 players will be allowed into the field. It will just be played over 3 rounds, and even the player that comes last in 48th position will earn $120,000. So there's also talk of Ian Poulter of the UK still considering, and even Louis Oosthuizen of South Africa, but that has not been confirmed. So the first tournament will be the 9th of June in London, and then the second tournament will be played in the USA in Oregon, close to Seattle. That will be the 30th of June. And now to conclude today's international sport, we go to MotoGP news, and it was the French Grand Prix that took place over the weekend, and the French favorite for the MotoGP, that is Fabio Quartararo of France. He didn't win or didn't even finish on the first 3 places. He was 4th in his hometown Grand Prix, but still that means that he is now leading in the overall standings, and he is leading with 102 points. That is Fabio Quartararo of France. Second on the overall standings at the moment is Alexei Espargaro. He is of Spain, and then Enea Bastianini. He is from Italy. He came in, he is at the moment 3rd with 94 points. Espargaro is on 98 points. And it was Enea Bastianini of Italy that won the French Grand Prix over the weekend. And it was Jack Miller of Australia in 2nd place, and then Alexei Espargaro of Spain that was 3rd. So that's the international sports news for today. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk again tomorrow. All the best. Bye-bye.
Adam Tas is coming to Windhoek to help build a brighter future for education. Join us at the Sounds of Caring concert at Windhoek High School Fechkop on 20 and 21 May, where he will be performing with Von Arends and Rian Smith. Tickets cost $200 Namibian and are available via eticket.my.na. All proceeds go towards the African Child Development Trust.
Thank you so much, Ari. It was a celebratory weekend that is for the Liverpool fans who managed to win the FA Cup. Indeed, Jurgen Klopp is proving that he is a very tough coach. Just a recap of our local stories, and especially that is of the football fraternity. We'll remember that sources claim that Patrice Motsepe has urged the football leaders to unite and actually form something that can be unbreakable at the moment. We hope that that is going to happen. In fact, it has been a lot for the players to bear, having not played league football in a while now. Some of the players have resorted to playing reserve football, and as well as some are fearing that they could be aging by the time that the league resumes. So everyone is actually worried, and many have been calling and asking what is going to happen. Mind you that the committee that was set up right now, or that is to be set up, of 8 people, is there to make sure that these leagues come to some agreement in order for them to agree on something that would be substantial enough, especially in the likes of sponsorship and all that. All this was done by the current normalization committee, which has actually managed to invite, that is the Namibia Premier League and the Namibia Premier Football League. We remember all this started when the Namibia Premier League refused, that was to allow those teams back that were relegated. That's during the 2018-19 season, where we saw that was Civics, Orlando Pirates and Young African are relegated. However, by the time the NC came up and decided that it is impossible, that is for the league to relegate these teams, given that at the time there was no first divisions in place. However, the chairman of the Namibia Premier League at that time, Patrick Kauter, had decided that he will stick to his principles, and this led to the NPL's first it was a suspension and then an expulsion, which was confirmed by the 2020 NFA election that was in February, which saw the election of President Ranga Haikali. However, Ranga Haikali was short-lived by then, and which this saw again another normalization committee coming up, led by that Basi Uirap, which also saw that is the axing of Secretary General of the NFA, Franco Cosmos. However, with the new committee in place, it appears that the people are ready to talk. It appears that the people are ready to settle the differences. It appears that the people are ready to take football first. Well, there has been WhatsApp communications also circulating about this, that some members were actually not pleased with the fact that the NPL had to be invited in a meeting claiming that the NPL was expelled by Congress and therefore only Congress should actually be able to allow them or invite them back into, whereby others were arguing that this is a new normalization committee and everyone has to come up and be invited, and people have to present their facts, people have to reconcile in for that matter. On the netball scene, we also have to recap on that, a very important story by that is Dimitri Bitle, who says that really netball teams have remained committed and dedicated to netball despite the hiccups, the sponsorships, the lack of sponsorship, and all that. And as we know that the Commerce Regional League currently doesn't really have a titled sponsor like the main league, which is the MTC League, which is sponsored by that is MTC. And as you can see on your screen there, it was indeed important, some of the results that came up. And Northern Flyers, Young Stars, Namibian Navy, 11 Arrows, Grootfontein, Australian Jupa Netball, Namibia Correctional Services, Tigers FC. You can see Blue Waters there struggling against Namibian Navy, as well as Rebels beating that is Young Stars. All these teams are competing in the top flight of the Netball League, which is currently being sponsored by the MTC, and that is all thanks to the MTC. Well, from me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, that is all we had for you today. Do not forget to catch us again live. That is tomorrow at the same time and same place. Goodbye.